I'll find it somewhere.
I heard all. That shit's
This shit is
mine.
I fucking love American memes, dude. That is my favorite. That is absolutely my favorite subset of meme culture. Is specifically Merc memes.
All right, Badger. So, where we left off,
Listen
we
here.
had a cliffhanger where Satsu, Niyazeka, and a group of very intimidating individuals were around a large table.
It's in the shape of a blood droplet.
Everybody else is just, enjoying a nice drink and
Yeah, everyone else was led away
Sitting-
to this nice
Sitting around on a
room
lounge,
with, like,
yeah.
snacks and
Tatsuya was gonna check on his armor.
Tatsuya's checking on the armor that his other character's dwarf was making.
No.
Or wait, no, that was a different part.
Why is Rothgar making armor? Did he get demoted or something?
I mean, sometimes you just gotta take a break.
Some good old dwarven smithing. It's not the prettiest, but it's definitely tough.
Okay. So, where do you want to start? Do we want to start with the group that's in the sitting area, where Lemon
That's fine.
has been drooling?
that's fine.
Okay. So, like I said, there's some finger foods around. There's some people lounging about, talking to each other, casual conversation.
Yes, Amiko is there. I think she would probably be in her anthro form, just out of convenience.
Right? Aren't the people that escorted the party here also in that room?
Yeah, and that's where the really big dude with the brass knuckles or the knuckles was just having a conversation with Amiko, just like talking to the room, just so yeah, that's basically what happened, how I got excommunicated from the church and all that, and I sort of got myself kicked out of the family with the whole sleeping with vampires that I was supposed to be killing and all that. And now the masquerade doesn't exactly like me because he was using slaying animals. It's like, I mean, to be fair, you used humans like animals for 500-600 years, so getting treated like a whore is what you deserve. Anyway, but yeah, so yeah, Black Sheep of the Kane family, Edward High. And then Amiko was talking about that they got the pat economy on lock, I believe.
Yeah, Amiko is like, I gotta spend some before I break the economy.
Do you have
And
some
then-
sort
I
oh,
of
yeah.
don't know
exchange
exactly that
pacts
happened.
for
It's like, I
goods
looked and I
services?
just had millions of pats.
I need to discreetly reduce the number of pats in my holdings.
We gotta pump and dump the pat economy real quick. Patflation is a motherfucker.
So it's like it wouldn't really affect the economy all that much, for her to have that until she started spending large amounts of it suddenly,
True.
because everyone else is just spending theirs at the same rate as they were before, and she barely spends any.
Amiko's gonna start gentrifying the fucking neighborhood and shit. Gonna have
She's
little fucking.
probably doing, and she probably do sort of like charity projects and stuff, and it's like improve the quality of
Somehow
everyone's
still have little.
lives
Oh
and
my
all that
god!
secretly. It's like
I-
when did house get a second story?
I just had the idea. Protester Raiju. Everywhere with little picket signs.
It's a
I
good
don't
thing
know
their
why.
economy isn't based on like a strict number of pats existing. They'd have to start
Yeah.
creating like milli-pats.
I like millivolts, but it's millipads.
Or what's smaller than a pat? A flick? A tap?
A rub?
A tap.
I think a tap. Because you can tap with the tips of your fingers, but a pat is like full palm.
Not to be confused with a brussel or a tussle, if you would, of the hair. So
maybe
Okay. Well, all right. While I'm okay with completely discussing the pros and cons of the various forms of pat economy in the divine realms, back to the important matter at hand.
or maybe a boop.
No, boops are illegal because they're untraceable. There's no evidence. There's evidence of pats and rubs, but there's no evidence of boops because they happen on the snoot, which is an unregulated area.
Nice.
I haven't thought about this at all. Fuck off.
So yeah, Lemon, you wake up with a bit of coming off of your chin to that sort of discussion.
Mm-hmm.
You're no longer in the carriage, you're somewhere else.
Oh. Can I look around?
You may.
Yeah.
You got eyeballs.
Okay. I am looking around.
So, full on, do you want to describe this area, or should I?
Shit, I was trying to sneak it off on you. Okay, fine. Well, you're currently sitting in a little. The best way I can describe it is kind of like a lounge, really. Like the place. It's one of those places where you would go to sit around and like maybe eat something, but mostly just like drink, maybe smoke, whatever you smoke or some shit. I don't know. Some people like hookah. Some people like to vape too much. Cough, cough, Nick, cough. And it's got a very. It's not a bad feeling from it. You can feel some background tension, but it feels not, it's kind of comfortable. I mean, the chairs are comfy. It's a relatively cool climate. There's the whole kind of the crimsony, the woody colors of like the browns and the reddish hues of the room. Not a very vibrant coloration. It's very dim, but that goes with it. They do seem to have what looks like actual light fixtures in here, though, and there is, in fact, a little bar over that way, and in like the north-est right corner of the room, because we're in a broad, so it's the north. It's north and est and shit. Okay. Fuck. You guys gotta decide. Okay, I'm gonna start using north in these sessions, because, like, going from north to north is throwing me, and it's fucking with my head.
What do you
I'll
mean?
be
Just
right
go opposite
back.
direction.
Gotta use the bathroom.
Alright.
Oh my goodness, that's fucking with my head. I keep trying to think like directions, and it's like, oh wait, no, it's source here. It's like, it's not source there though. It's south. Ah!
Yeah, it messes with my head a little
Actually,
bit.
south is north.
It's not the cardinal directions either. It's the Darnell corrections. How to get muted by Sasu in 5 steps. Infinite dopamine loop. I love it.
I mean, it's not hard to remember. The last letters of
Shut up. Yes, it is.
indicate what direction it actually is. You just gotta flip the first letters. Because, north is north, south is south, est is east, and west is west.
Est is west.
You're correct, yes, I was reading it wrong. I'm literally looking at the compass on the map and I read it fucking wrong.
That's your own damn fault.
Oh, it's a Fearless Doodles meme. I'll watch that later.
It's kind of funny. I think you'll like it.
Oh, that poor guy, face crushed. Oh, ah. Ow. Good old dodgeball. AKA how to commit a war crime without going to The Hague.
And yeah, that Felix one is like maybe a minute long.
Oh, my improvised munitions handbook came in today. From the Department of the Army Technical Manual. Well, earlier, but I'm like, alright, oh yeah, I have this. But Headquarters, Department of the Army, circa 1969, TM 31 to 210, Improvised Munitions Handbook. From the Frankfurt Arsenal in Philadelphia and Pennsylvania.
Hello.
Hello.
They're back.
Hello.
So you can finish describing the area now. Like, you know.
Damn, here I was learning how to...
What's the ceiling look like? How
The ceiling! Oh, the ceiling! That's tessellation of, like, fucking... You see in old people houses, kind of, or, like, old, like, Victorian-era stuff, where it's like, is it a square or is it a diamond? Where do the squares end and the diamond begins? That's what you really want to know. And that itself is just a very continuous black-red overlapping color. Kind of fits. It fits the room. It's a very dark room. Not really meant to be excited. This whole color profile is mellow.
Mm-hmm.
And you're currently sitting, I don't know, who probably would have been carried by Amiko, because they're like the only semi-responsible adult, even though they're not a human, so I guess you would be sitting next to Amiko, who's sitting adjacent to an extremely large lad, who's just there, enjoying himself some cheeses from the charcuterie board and on the table.
Yeah, that's fair. I'd probably join him. I'm a foodie, so I would join him in that if he's willing to share.
That's why it's there.
Yay.
Oh, I woke up.
Oh,
How
not
you
much.
doing?
Pretty good.
That's good, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Might be a little thirsty.
You want? Oh, yeah. Tea?
We've got tea.
They pour a nice hot glass of tea.
Thank you.
You check the sugars yourself, and they just set the... What is it called? No, it's got a weird word. You know what? It's the tub of sugar cubes. That's what it is now. It's not a tub, because it's not plastic, but I can't remember what they call a sugar container, because the Brits have a fancy
Sugar
name
bowl?
for everything. Basically a sugar bowl. But it's like one of those ornate ones with a lid, like you'd see in, where you keep the fine china. Where you keep the fine china, even though you never eat off it, which I can't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, my family actually eats off our fine china when guests come over.
Good.
Yeah, at first I wasn't sure if you're talking about like a big old Tupperware thing that you keep your whole bag's worth of sugar in, or just like the small serving.
The little cubes that you would throw and stuff.
Okay.
Let's see. And sitting aside that big gentleman is fucking Lorelei. Fuck. I don't know how to go back to being that flamboyant.
Just give yourself a wedgie, that'll do it.
I don't know. I don't wear underwear though, so it's just like freeballing. I haven't worn underwear since I was 10. And I don't regret it at all. I mean, you live in a southern state, you gotta make compromises so you're comfortable. And since I have to legally wear pants and can't go to work in just my undies, I have to axe one of them. Actually, I don't technically legally have to wear pants to work. I could just wear boxers and they couldn't technically say anything. No.
And also, I'm going to say, as a woman, the big benefit of wearing a dress, you don't have to wear pants.
Yes, true. However,
yes.
strong breezes are your friend.
Pants.
I
That's
got, like-
everyone else's problem.
All right, there. Sorry. Listen, I'm just saying, summer months, it's sundress weather.
Hmm.
Sundress Sunday.
I love sundresses, especially on like fucking curvy women or like women who are just rocking it with a pregnant belly. It's like that's the
What?
pregnant
Wait,
dress.
Satsu, isn't it Stocking Sunday?
What?
Isn't it like? No, wait, no, that's knee socks Sunday.
I mean,
Every
the one I'm
day's
familiar
knee
with
socks
is
day.
Thigh High Thursday.
Every day's Thigh High Thursday if you're a Linux user. Okay, moving on.
I've got to go for a few minutes. It's dinner time.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Fucking Lorelai, just there you go, Edward. Just don't
There you go. You scared him off with talking about free ball.
You made him drool. What did I do? You existed. Look at you. You absorb all of the other people's chances to be, masculine, and you just make everyone scared because you're such a big person. I'm sorry about that. Wait, no, I'm not. Shit.
So
And then you got
any other conversations people want to have?
yes, Lorelai's current book. And God damn it, how does Glykel's books keep propagating through the branches?
Because he's egotistical and knows how to.
Yeah. He very much is. And bitch, I'm fabulous. it's literally the book is. And it's 5 easy ways to be assertive and tell your significant other no. Written from experience.
Now, is he reading it or writing it?
No, if fucking Lorelai's a book, just. Okay.
How many wives is Glycol up to?
Because they keep collecting them? 7.
He's losing the battle then.
He started losing the battle when they fucking figured out that if they could just keep him in a partial sex coma, he can't think straight.
Did you say that was Glycol with that many?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he only wanted the.
He wanted to be monogamous.
Yeah, that's what happens when you marry a half dragon. Shinies. Those are women, shiny.
If you put oil on them, they are shiny.
If you rub them with oil, they become shinies.
When I come home again and you have aluminum foil on your nipples, I'm gonna ban you from the house.
Aluminum foil's expensive.
So he's going to make his way to the nice, fancy shop that he got his armor from. Well, he's getting his armor from.
Yeah, alright.
Oh yeah, with the big rose gold dragon working in it.
Yes.
That's good. Oh my god, and his brother's here. Holy shit!
Huh?
Fucking huge!
Like, cast huge or just huge perspective?
Huge perspectively. I mean, he probably has like a huge Conjured Outcast body, like his dad did, where he would go boop. Fucking Demi. How you doing? I'm doing good. That's good. What are you doing? I am trying to fix this. What we can do? Oh, hey, look, the little guy came back. He must be wanting his gear. What was I making him?
Let's see, he's just going to give a little wave. Hello.
Jimmy? Oh. Hi, buddy. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Pretty good. This is, my older brother, and they'll gesture to the larger Dragonoid. Hi. How you doing?
I'm good. It's nice to meet you. I'm Tetsuya.
I'm Demi.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Have you talked to Mom recently? No, I haven't talked to Mom. You should. She's kind of upset. You know, you've been gone for, what, a year or 2 years? Well, actually, I'll get out your hair. I'm not gonna get out your... I'm gonna go stand over here in the corner. You can deal with the little guy. Sounds good, yeah, go. What was I making for you, little man?
A
I kind
chest
of
plate.
forgot. Oh, yeah, with the dragons. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah. You're watching them currently struggle to get what looks like a fucking air can of some kind. And they got a little steel tab that they've been aggressively bending up and down until it broke. Oh, there we go. And that's what's just, well, now that they've completed it, you see them just take it and start spraying around the area. It's Duster.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so your chest plate, that's right. So where was that chest plate? Now it was back there, right. Oh, that's a master. There's a sound of a rummaging going on as they dip into the back room behind the curtain and they start trying to find wherever the hell they put it. Yeah, actually, we're gonna bring it to you, but then you kind of poofed for a little bit, so they lost sight of you when you wound up in that whole cell with the she-beast. You know, so that happened. Now that you're back, I'm able to actually get it for you. Alright. Now, you didn't have a specified style, did you? You didn't really care if it was overlapped or anything? Because I inadvertently took the scales and took some steel and a little bit of mithril thread and I put them in this lamellar configuration here, so it's pretty durable.
No, I didn't mind.
And it just stops mostly swords and arrows. It's not gonna do really good against spears. Oh my god. Sorry, I didn't get a lot of sleep. So,
Well, why don't you get some rest then?
diet, bless your heart. I think people have the option for rest these days. No. Okay. What were you looking at? You can inspect it if you want. I don't remember the scale coloration that you brought them. I think it was from a brass dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I thought. Remembering the colors correctly. Alright. So, brass. But when they set it down, you can do that the satisfying unfolding of all that paper and like the thread, the like wooden thread there. It's like, oh yeah, string. That's what it's called. Yeah, I remember the word. Yeah,
So you
the
just
diet rope.
Unwrapping this gift that he paid for.
Mm.
And
Kind of
look
weighty.
at it. Ooh.
It's got a little bit of what looks like some kind of padded cotton on the inside, and you can see what looks like a silvery thread stitching a majority of everything together to the padding, and all of the little tiny cut rectangles that are tessellated slightly differently each time. One row's kind of leaning to the left, one row's kind of leaning to the right. Try and create a better lattice and make it more durable. And when you lift it up, it's kind of heavy. I mean, it's surprisingly heavy. You're looking at 32 pounds of weight.
Ooh.
I mean, that won't be much when it's spread over your torso, mind you. But still, it
holding it feels a lot.
feels quite...
It's not very much when it's wrapped around you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but... And it's only that durable. It's a lamellar, but it's only that heavy because of its materials. It'd actually be heavier were it not fucking this. And this is... He's not quite a master yet, so I don't think we call it master crafted. Because he's still technically an apprentice.
Would you call it expert craft?
I mean, it's definitely... He's been doing it a while, but he's still got a little bit to go before he's a master. I think he's actually one of the only one of his family who's not trying to kill people. So,
Let's say you're looking over this armor. This looks amazing.
yeah, thank you. So we're looking at... Okay. It's already prepaid for. Just a torso. Alright. That one piece will give you 1880.
Hmm?
That one piece will give you 1880E.
Okay. Let me pull up my sheet. All right, 1880. And we're going to officially put it in the inventory.
Let's see. And it was made by him, and it was in Dragon's Fire, so it has a natural resistance to fire. So it does not heat up the same. So you will be so if you exclusively use your torch to stop Dragon's Breath, you should be fine. That's
So
kind
you
of a
don't need
lie.
those arms or legs.
Now the water in you might still boil, but the Curus will remain. That's what matters. Progress. There you go.
My organs might turn to jerky, but my chest will be absolutely pristine.
Yeah. Based off of what this one piece is, if you could bring him more to make the rest of it, you might be looking at a set with 100 plus armor defense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because for context, a basic bitch manufactured piece of Lamellar only gives you 7 defense.
Mm-hmm.
I know 18 doesn't seem like much, but
But you know what? It's better than what he did have.
Better than 0.
Exactly.
yeah. Not everyone's gonna be just straight up out here like the fucking champion of Mars running around in that fucking 5,000 plus armor defense.
Mhm.
Then again, not everyone literally wakes up and starts fighting other champions from dusk till dawn all the time. So, you know, it might seem like there's like, oh, it's kind of unfair. Well, yeah, you know what? They don't have a home. It's all killing. Everybody wants to be a champion until they have to do all the paperwork.
Tetsuya's gonna try it on. If he can
Comfy.
figure out how to put it on.
It's simple. Here's what you do. You just kind of take it like this, and you pick it up, and you set your big head through this hole, and your arms through here. Dimmy, stop. Just immediately, his Dimmy got bored in the background, and he duster and was about to start dusting things with it.
Comfy.
So you got the rose gold dragon and the extremely big alabaster dragon with like the almost neon streaks of green on him. It looks good on the little guy. So you gonna Give him anything else, or is that it? That's all he paid for.
That's all I could afford.
I'm sure he'll be fine. He might, kind of make a little emotion.
Oh, and I do have something that I might be looking to sell, if possible.
Now, yeah, what is it, man? What do you got, little guy?
And he's gonna get his staghorn bow out. The other place I got it from says it was warforged, but the enchantment or something doesn't work on it.
Are you putting magic into him?
I don't know how.
Timmy? Yeah, it was easy. You just do this. And then the big alabaster dragon just kind of grabbing it with fingers. Because, dear God, that's a big palm.
How big is
And,
Demi?
Demi's about twice the size of his brother.
How big is his brother?
His brother is about 7-ish feet. Demi's kind of shrunk down. He's only about 10 feet right now, but his fucking shoulder width can barely get through the door.
And what was his brother's name?
I'm trying to find it. Like, for the life of me, I can't find it. I know I wrote it down. I wrote all their kids down. It was pissing me off. Like, it's somewhere in here. In my fucking ridiculously stacked up drop box with just no organization whatsoever. Where the fuck is it? God damn it. Okay, maybe I can find it this way. But Ezzy was Demi's it was the like oldest sister, and she's off there. Oh my god. There they are. This is Ursanon. There we go. This is Demi's younger brother. This is Urzi's second oldest son. Fucking finally.
What was his name? Setinon?
Just cutting. Oh gee, how the fuck did you get to set out of? Just call him Urz, okay? E-R-S. Pronounce it like E-R-Z. Just save your fucking smooth brain from having to pronounce two syllables. Fuck, I can't even. I gotta find. Maybe I should remember them by nicknames. This is Goldie Boy. He's not actually gold. No, they'll show you how to do it though. They'll actually pick up the bow, and it does. Okay, it's not really too easy to tell what they're doing when they go to draw the bow, but you can kind of like feel that weird shift when somebody uses magic as it gets pulled a little bit to one direction, and they go to channel it in, and it doesn't seem to really do anything. Huh. There's not a lot of magic here, is there? No, there's not. Well, that looks hold on. Dimmy gonna break out the bag of goodies, and he's gonna break out the fucking one of the objects that he owns that's like 30 platinum, and it's just a fucking scroll. All right, let's figure this out. And they'll kind of scoot your path on the little countertop, and they'll take the scroll, set it down, unfurl it, and then lie the bow on top of it. All right.
Furious ear flicks.
Now, identify. So that's a magic. See, that's the best part about scrolls. That's how you can make a killing. By the way, just a little bit of knowledge if you pay attention to the game system like I did is if you make scrolls for a living, you can just run off with all the money in the world because it is so useful.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, scrolls are very useful, but it is also a magic item that can explode.
It is. So let's see if it explodes. It's just an identify scroll. It's a basic form of divination magic.
I mean, let's see. So, to make a scroll, you basically just
Stop.
put an infusion on it. And using the infusion causes enough damage to destroy the scroll material, so you still get the spell to go off, yeah. But, yeah, I think you would actually have to roll to see if it explodes in the process, or if it just does its thing safely.
There's a reason that re-enchantable scrolls are basically impossible to afford for 99% of the world. They're the only ones that don't explode. But that's because they're not made of, papyrus. They're made of shit like metal, which is really hard to inscribe.
And keep flexible.
Yeah. Alright, so...
You can't just
He
make
has
it out
mana.
of foil, because, that shit rips.
And it gets
So the
crinkly.
difference... 7,
Imagine trying to read foil.
and there is...
I'd rather not.
30. Okay, so he has enough to make... Alright, he had enough to make up the difference from his low roll. And you can watch a little bit of that... In my head, Magic's always had like this kind of like ethereal, like almost like a vapor-like appearance with like a blue tinge. That's always what I've had.
Mana's
But-
always blue. Actually, in Abroad, it has a sort of green tinge to it.
Sort of what tinge?
It's sort of green colored. In the bridge
Yeah.
worlds, it's blue. But in Abroad, it's green.
I mean, if you go to the one branch world, the torrent, which is the basic bitch magic, is blue. But if you go to the primordial flow, it is like a hellish fucking reddish color. It is terrifying.
Eat.
I thought you were gonna say it was like a prismatic, all the colors.
Well, it kind of is. So it's one of those. It focuses down, but if you actually see a stream of fucking chaos magic, it is like this. Basically, like having someone shoot you with a laser beam through a fucking prism. It's awful. But that's because that is literally in that branch world. The primordial magics are just chaos magic. They're as pure magic as it is. It is just literally concentrated wild magic in a flow of energy. Hello.
Hey, Lemon.
Hello.
Hello.
So yeah, you watch
Is
this.
that the one
absolutely.
that Gnome can tap into?
Yeah, because she knows a primordial spell.
That's what
That
I
is,
thought. She's a mage lord. She can just blast pure magic at people.
Hey, Rainbow Blast! Blah!
Like so.
I'm a fire in my laser.
Or you can just pull off a Sebastian and do what he does, where he makes pacts with gods for their extremely powerful spells in exchange of defending the divine realms from attack. Which is why he can do things like cast Muspelheim, which literally opens a realm to the door, a door to the realm of fire. directly on the battlefield. And it is automatically a level 10 spell at base, so you're not getting away from it.
Yeah, that's the thing people that are trying to get into, like, paladin classes in Conjured Outcast miss. You don't have to work for a god to get them to do stuff for you. You just have to give them a nice offer.
Yeah. His is that he'll work tirelessly as an immortal being because of his own races, utilizing magic to make himself immortal, to protect them from existential threats from his realm and the realms that he can reach to. Which is, you know, kind of tempting, because that's one less backside they have to worry about. And gods are really lazy.
They got a lot of work to do already. It's like
Yeah, I don't know if
anything
it's
to make their
lazy.
job easy.
it's like less. They're lazy by convenience because of the fact that there's hundreds of branch worlds. People know about them in every branch world, always having something to deal with. So they never have free time, and that's why so many of them have so many backroom deals with random citizens. Basically, they are like their main export as a god is warlocks. Yeah. And moral of the story, though, fuck with Sebastian, because that man, just not even talking about his Norse magic, he will literally open a door that will drop your ass into the dead deserts in the fucking Egyptian underworld and let you have fun trying to escape the souls that have fallen off the raft.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah, no, Egypt don't fuck around with their underworld.
No.
Or you might get lucky, he might bunch your ass to space and see if you can chase the celestial chariot being pulled by Kefri.
Hey, hold on! I have nothing to
You know,
do!
oh yeah, have fun with that, because if you don't catch up to the chariot, if you stay there, Apophis will catch you. He's more than happy to bring you into the family of his maw.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah.
If he doesn't catch you, you might get beaten up by fucking the dogs that are chasing the sun and moon.
Oh yeah, that's like shit that he does. In conclusion, yeah, Sebastian is an absolute bastard when people piss him off, and he'll remind you that how insignificant your magic is realistic scale when compared to the magic of literal gods.
Yeah.
And yes, he has like he's semi-omniscient because of his deal with Odin, but so he can know exactly when he has to jump shit before Ragnarok to find another world.
Speaking of people that jump ship, isn't there somebody here that does that?
What do you mean?
Yeah, there is. There's the
I mean,
Froge
technically
following.
there's several people here that do that, but
Yeah. No, I know the type you're talking. So, you basically, so you watch Demi pump magic into this, and this scroll goes poof in front of you, and then throws up this almost like it's weird. It's like looking at a window, just displayed on top of it, and you reach out like touch it, but you can't because it's non-physical. It's the ultimate insult. Something you can't put your hand on. At least as a cat. Alright, Dark, what is the Nova? Give me the info on this bow. We've identified it successfully.
alright, just give me a quick reminder which one it is, because I got a whole list of those here.
His Staghorn Warforged, what it's
Yeah.
enchanted, its particulars are.
Ah, alright. So, the Staghorn Warforged bow. The Warforging gives it the property of, let's see here. Yep, there it is. So it multiplies the velocity of whatever projectile is launched from it by 1.3 times. Let's see. It itself has an increased, what is it, like durability? Like, if it would become broken, it doesn't. So, you've got an extra roll on that. which also translates over to its fresh bonus. When you roll a crit, you don't automatically reduce the fresh bonus to 0. It instead becomes half.
Hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
Did I tell you its fresh bonus?
No.
Okay,
No.
Its fresh
No,
bonus
wait,
is
yes,
20.
Oh.
Yes. Now that it's been identified, you know what its actual fresh bonus is.
Is it D what?
It's 23.
Ah, that's what I thought. Okay, nice. Oh, there you go. Well, look at that. That's your info.
No.
It's not the most impressive Warforged item I've seen. You know, not like my sword. Oh, here we go about your fucking sword. Yes, my sword.
I bet it's
It
a
was
very
a
nice
gift.
sword.
It was a gift from our mother. Yes, it was a gift from our mother that supposedly was given to her by whoever our dead father. Yes. Exactly. It's noticed that when they mention their sword, it kind of it's one of those things like how if somebody doesn't mention something, you don't really notice it until they mention it, and suddenly it's just like that's the only thing you see in your peripheral. That's what it's like with that sword that's in the scabbard on their back. Yes, that's what I'm calling it.
That's what it is.
It's the scabbard. It's fucking big, and it's interesting because it has a curve to it.
Or
Yeah, and sadly
Or
you're
it's
not
like-
there though.
yeah, dang it.
I mean, I don't know, they might wander off to the lounge to follow Tatsu, but they were just coming to check on their little brother. So, yeah. Pretty good bow you got there. You sure you want to sell it? Do you have a replacement for it?
Yeah, I do. I have my bow, my other bow, and he's just gonna hold up his hand with the gauntlet on, with the little archer's glove on it.
Ah, yes. You hold up your archer's glove and, yeah, that's a good bow you got there. It's really
Oh.
steamed.
Well, he's gonna look up. How tall is the ceiling?
Well, it fits fucking, so it's tall enough.
Enough.
Okay. He's gonna, close his hand to summon the bow.
No, shit. And just in the background, oh, fuck, I was looking at it! You had in the background have the master of the forge inspecting some of his craft with a enchanted mono, basically like a mono goggle on his head. So he goes to look up, fucking super bow just. That's the
Sorry.
problem with
From a
magic
distance,
identity.
Tatsu just, you're welcome.
Alright. So now that you've blinded the master of the forge, you might want to, just hope that you don't need anything.
He's gonna, unsummon the bow.
I only have the. They do actually only have one good eye. The other one's a fucking false eye that they use.
Sorry.
It's just enchanted to follow wherever the other eye looks.
So we've spent
Okay.
an hour on
So
that.
So that happens. Tatsu.
Yeah.
I was doing this. Good job, Cat. Alright, you know that now. If you still want to sell it, then they'll value it as what it's worth, which might take a minute because there's that'll bring up an argument. But sit there and let's argue over how much it's actually worth. Jimmy, who has no right to say what he thinks it's worth because he does not operate the shop, is happily giving his 2 cents, so that's dragging him out. So that's your evening for now.
Yeah.
And then you got Lemon and Amiko sitting there in the lounge across from Edward and Lorelei. The other individual of an unnamed disposition who's currently working on the ballista that they just kind of casually carry around and shoulder fire. Circa Monster Hunter style. It's a light bow gun. That is a fucking ballista.
That's a repeat
It's a-
ballista.
That is a ballista diet.
Is it a Hwacha?
No, it's not a Hwacha. Though there actually is. There are members of the Imperial artillery units who literally carry Hwachas on their backs.
I was gonna say shoulder-fired Hwacha.
No, they just basically carry a full-ass Hwacha setup and then they spin around and set it off.
Speed.
Spin
Yep.
the wind.
Mm.
No, they don't like fucking Demacia way with it. They just turn the one time, prop up, and fire it. Fucking spin power watches like, who's getting hit with the arrow? I don't know, but somebody is. Whee!
So what would you like to do here, Lemon?
Yeah, what would you like to do? Would you like to go talk to some more people? Would you like to, talk to this big Jujud Edward? Or the very flamboyant looking, multicolored hair, having danger twink that is Lorelei, and way too fancily colorful clothing given the atmosphere? Or you want to investigate the Master Froge and his buddy in the background who are doing something while his buddy in the background is mostly stealing apples to eat?
Just pocketing apples into his pants pocket one after the other.
Basically. Like, he's taking a bite out of one and then pocketing it, taking a bite, getting it.
The Froge is just chilling.
Neither of them were invited, they just followed.
Pretty much.
Hold
Every
on
once,
here.
every once in a while, Q-on will just rip it.
Just fucking ribbits. Gesundheit. I think I return.
Why? Okay. For some reason, in my head, because we were talking about Demacia, when you said Gesundheit, I was going to say Demacia. In response.
Demacia? Demacia is always a response, alright?
Just, bless you, Demacia.
Yeah. Side note, I'm loving this I love the rise in popularity and seeing all of the new comics that they're shit posting about my favorite canonical couple that should not be together ever. Which is fucking Garen and they should not be allowed in the same room, but here they are.
Should not. So, Lemon,
Yeah?
what you gonna do?
I don't know. What are my options?
Everything.
Well, because you're at the compound, you can pretty much just... You could go walk off and go look somewhere if you want. You can go get some food.
Yeah, could I go get some food?
Yeah, you can go over to the bar and ask for food. They got a little kitchen in the back.
Okay. What type of food do they got?
Well, they got a basic menu here. It's got, like, some offers, some steaks and some Borgs, which is literally wrote Borgs. Because, that's how people are, weirdos.
Got deep fried yam slices.
It's cold. Yeah, I got that. I got some sweet potato fries and some cobblers. Or you can, ask for one of their world-class omelets.
I think I'll try the omelet if it's supposed to be good.
What kind of egg do you want?
Wait, I can choose the type of egg?
Yeah, we got dragon eggs, we got fey
Chicken egg, we got phoenix egg,
Egg.
troll egg,
I'll go
egg.
with dragon egg.
dragon egg. Alright. Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a little hesitant about the phoenix egg.
That's just
No, it's okay. We keep them enchanted so they don't revive mid-mouth. They immediately knew what the concern was.
Yeah.
Like that question's been raised before.
God, imagine being a phoenix and reviving inside something.
Hmm.
That would be awful. And since it's divided up between the bites, is it just like a bunch of mini phoenixes?
I mean,
It is
we
now.
could say that. It is now!
Yeah, no, like that's a really good question that we'll have to deliberate on later.
Is that like a that turns into a warehouse? It is now. The warehouse.
Like, if it's just one phoenix egg, then obviously it's just going to be one phoenix, but if you take a bunch of them and mix them together like restaurants usually do...
What the fuck do you get?
It's like, is it just potluck? Is it like a combination sort of situation?
Or is it like some of the abominations you see on SpongeBob?
Yeah, it revives and it's all legs.
So, what kind of meat do you want?
What are my choices?
Well, shipment from the Americas, so antelope, armadillo, fucking bison,
Possum.
llama, reindeer. I'm not done.
Reindeer
We got some
sounds-
reindeer it is. All right. You want other meat?
Yay.
You know? All right. What other meat do you want?
Could I have rattlesnake?
Sure, we got a couple of those little diamondbacks.
And she's taking
Yay.
a completely different route to food than Satsu did.
Why, what did
Nice.
Setsu do?
He wants everything to be like as close as possible to what he actually normally eats.
No, I've had rattlesnake before.
No, Satsu went for the. Oh, there's a horse here. I guess I'm getting protein.
You want some alligator? Maybe some beaver too? We could throw that on there.
That sounds good.
Awesome. So we got alligator, beaver, reindeer, and rattlesnake. You have the same damn diet as Edward.
Who's Edward?
That guy. And I'll point to the big lad eating from the charcuterie board.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Is he eating from it, or is he just eating the charcuterie?
I mean, he kind of forgot his strength, so like there's like 3 or 4 finger-shaped rips out of the board. But now that he's been, Lorelai gently set it to the correct position so he'd stop tearing it. Good stuff. Alright, you know what, cheeses? We'll just go ahead and do whatever.
Yeah, I'm open to most cheeses.
Sheep's cheese.
Okay. Looks like we're gonna be doing some of that Somerset cheddar. Somerset cheddar it is.
Mm-hmm.
Surf! Yeah! Cut! Oh, yeah. Fucking... The fucking Naga in the back gonna do some cooking. I love the thought of a Naga chef. Where it's like,
Yep.
kiss the cook, but there's like 7 S's because they're a snake.
Oh my god, that's so cute. I have to draw that.
Yeah.
Kith. Oh, please don't say Kith, because if you say Kith, I just hear Wendigoon in my head, and they kiss each other. I fucking love Wendigoon so much. Kith. It's the best way to describe sex, and they were kithing. It's so stupid.
Not my favorite
All
way
right.
to describe sex is, yo, are your parents wrestling? Looks like your dad's winning. Yo!
Bruh. Yo, actually, my mom's winning. That explains the clapping. Wait. Alright, so that's gonna be it. That's, just so you know, you don't very long, but when they bring it to you, you know the platters that they bring food on at like a Mexican restaurant?
Yeah?
Yeah, that's the plate.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Wow.
the Naga just then I cooked it up in about good 10 minutes of preparation. And then they had the, yes, the little goblins. The gobbles are still alive! You can't stop the green plague.
Of course they're still alive.
Can we have one as a pet?
If you want
Hey,
to
we're
adopt
people,
it.
yeah. We have a union, you know. Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. I thought this was a different type of goblin. Thought you meant
We are-
goblin. I thought you meant goblin shark.
No, what? No.
Goblin Bold?
Why would we want to gobble a shark? That's just weird, person. Here,
No, there's a
you-
goblin shark.
here's your damn
Oh.
omelet, and they just kind of set it on the table.
They're talking about the fish.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're aware. They're
Okay,
just
thank
not.
you.
No, it
They're
took
just-
me a second.
Oh yeah, no. The goblins are any good server does, and not taking you seriously.
Mhm. Okay, good.
That's a lot of food right there, isn't it? He said it. Shut up, Lorelei.
Yep.
No.
Well, I've got a big appetite, so I can probably eat this.
I mean,
Just a thumbs up.
yeah. You can fit like
Mm-hmm.
a liter of substance into your stomach, sure.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, I do that a lot, actually.
Yeah, no, I'm just stating the usual average for humans.
No, you don't understand. Like, for me, I drink at least a liter or two of water with my meals.
Glorp, 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 glorp. Yeah. It's good shit.
So, yes, it is very possible.
I am aware. I will finish off an entire pot of food by myself.
Hmm.
Alright.
And then
Well,
my
they set it down
leftovers.
with you.
And then,
Your big
yeah,
old
and then
fork.
Satsu's leftovers too.
Hmm.
Then you got your giant omelette. Well, you're gonna have so much tenacity if you finish that whole thing off.
Not how that works anymore.
Hmm.
Damn it! That'd be so hilarious. We could like incapacitate so many players by having mega meals that if they finish it, they get like 3 tenacity.
You get,
But then they get, like, the-
Unfortunately, it's gonna take you until the next day to finish digesting that.
Yeah, but you're fatigued for the rest of the day.
It's like initiate.
That was my plan.
You've got all this
Yeah, I think you gotta-
capacity and none of the energy to use it.
Yep. You gotta rest now to get it done, too.
Okay.
No, you. Let's see, what is it? You can pay,
Yeah, I'll pay them.
things. Let's see, what is it?
It's no. You don't have to pay them.
We're talking. Obviously, they're gonna charge you for the meal. Maybe. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. Do they charge at the cult?
Nope, that's why the cult's so beloved by the local area. You can just come here, get food, go home.
Oh, it's like a casino then.
Yeah, it's sort of like the Branch Davidians.
Oh, okay.
Why people love them in Waco.
Yeah, let's see. Tenacity. You can sacrifice 100 willpower to gain a single tenacity. You can have up to 4 tenacity a day. And you get willpower by sacrificing other stuff. Like, if you sacrifice a life point, you get 1,000 willpower. Or if you sacrifice an XP, you get 100 willpower. So on. And, the only thing that happens when you sacrifice it is, well, obviously you lose that thing, but you are unable to gain that until after you've had a short rest. So if you're not in the middle of combat, it's pretty easy to actually get tenacity. And this is on page 10 of the current. Look. Yes, Lemon. Shark Coochie board.
Yeah, I was wondering how long it would take you guys to see it.
God damn it. Well, Lemon.
Okay, you can't make a pun like that and not draw it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just
So sadly, your very long friend and the little one have to, or rather, the three of them have to leave because that's when, as they're sitting there talking, they kind of hear a sharp whistle, and another one of the members of the group kind of gestures from the door, and that's when you see Lorelei put down his book just on the table for whomever, and Edward take the entire charcuterie board with him to snack on as they walk with those big ass. Those are just like, because he's got big old hands, those brass knuckles, he just leaves them on his hips, and they look like fucking just like those old, like, Motorola walkie-talkies. I say brass knuckles, they changed the material. They're technically steel right now. Right. So those three leave. But hey, you got the frog.
Yeah.
And his friend, who sit down. Or rather, his friend sits down. The frog does whatever he wants, but his random friend just kind of plops down, just, oh my god, it's so warm over here.
His friend was just like some random guy they came across on the road, isn't he?
Yeah, basically, just some random dude he met.
I mean, the frog is also some random dude you guys met.
True. And he, when he plops himself down, you can see him actively, like, take off that little silver band of plastic with the earmuffs, a la Mark company called, what was it, Insio on it. It's like, it's copyright safe Sony. And they'll reach down and kind of give a click to their little circular media apparatus. It's a big omelet.
Yeah, I know. It's great.
I want an omelet now.
You can have some.
Awesome. And they'll actually reach into their backpack that they pull off of their back. And it's interesting because, all of this is relatively tame civilization-wise, and then here they are with, like, a Mega Mart-ass multi-pocketed backpack. And they'll produce a fork from it and take themselves a little bite of the omelet.
Okay.
Hang on a second. Did you say their backpack is Omega Mart branded?
Maybe.
Oh no.
Well, I mean, that fits given, we've got the Chaos Market and Mrs. Zenorium running. Natural.
Yeah, but they're connected to the trash bin. They're not actually, like, entities in the world.
I mean, it's Omega Mart now. That's a thing. And you can faintly hear music playing from their little earphones. Or earmuffs. My god, we've had phones for buds for so long. I forgot that the muff exists, the classic one. Like what you'd hook up to your family's cassette player.
There was this
Actual
thing
earphones.
At one point where phones were connected to the wall.
Right? There's this thing called the landline. That shit was scary.
I asked for a worm.
Alright. So you don't have a random person. Doesn't look like they're of this group at all because their attire is just as kind of... It's not really dirty. It's just haggard from the fact that it's not really straightened up. It's just kind of haphazard. They've got what looks like a big trench coat. Highly disheveled. They got like a big trench coat on. And a very loose undershirt. And they have just comfortably fit slacks. Like legitimate slacks. With what looks like some sort of belt, but it's not a leather belt. It's almost like a plastic belt. And they have hanging around their neck from the front what looks like a pair of just random welder's goggles. all steampunk-esque welder-looking fucking welder goggles, and leaned out. They do that thing with their headphones that you do. That everyone. You take it off the ear and you kind of tilt it back, all nonchalant, like it's not there anymore. And that's currently who you're sitting across from. What was their hair color again? Let's see if we can find it.
Brown. I don't know.
Probably.
Wasn't it like rosy?
Well, let me go up here and find it.
I'm
I
gonna
know
go
that-
get a drink.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch!
I mean, how dare you stay hydrated?
Right.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. Those are them khaki slacks that he's got on. Looks like he's in his mid-20s. His hair's maroon, and he has stormy gray eyes. Kind of have like that gloss of someone who's shed a lot of tears.
Right
And-
as I open the internet and have a picture of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom on.
Yes.
How do you spell maroon? Oh, there it is.
M-A-R-O.
Yeah, I was right. It's red.
It's a reddish color.
It is one of my favorite colors.
Well, they're less welder's goggles and they're dust goggles, technically. And sitting beneath that, you can see what looks like a sort of a silver chain running down to some sort of necklace in his shirt line. And even, they definitely look out of place. I mean, their left wrist has, like, a deep purple colored bangle around it. And, like, the right one has, like, a bronze one.
I'll be right back.
But they
in,
don't
like,
make any
5-10
noise
minutes.
when they're around. Okay, Satsu. But all in all, he doesn't seem like as tense as everyone else. He's very nonchalant. He's non-committal. He's aloof, if you would.
Kind of casual. Unconcerned.
Very unconcerned. How you doing, person?
Pretty.
You really had to
Awesome.
start over on that, huh?
So Omelet is what I'm
Yeah?
gonna call you because I don't have your name.
Oh, my name is Diana.
That's a pretty name. Hi, Diane.
Hi.
I'm Crusoe. That's Juan, and they'll gesture to the frog over there.
Oh, hey, Juan. Nice
Pretty
to
sure the
meet
name
you
is
guys.
Huan, but like Crusoe keeps calling them Juan. So you guys look out of place. I mean, you and they'll just kind of gesture their head towards Amako, just sitting there, electrified, just.
Hi.
Yeah, just. Hi.
Amako realizes they're being paid attention to. Ears go up. Jacob's ladder between them.
Cute. I want to pet it.
Oh, they already have too many pats. If they accrue any more, they'll attract a pat dragon.
Oh no! The Pat Dragon.
They're already about to get charged for negligent dungeonization of their apartment.
Get out of here, bug!
Hmm?
You hear the sound of a can being cracked as your guest just casually pulls what looks like a soda out of their backpack. So, You guys got any plans or something? Or are we like just gonna sit here and devour a giant, which I'm
Yeah.
okay with. You don't want to go see what else is here?
Sure.
Cool. We can take the omelet.
Okay.
I think I'll make
There is
get up and come with.
there is no adult that's stopping them. They're just kind of leaving, I guess.
Yeah.
All of the adults have stepped away from the microphone. So
Who on? I'm gonna go explore.
Okay.
The party begins to explore around.
Yep.
I mean, that would be as good a time as any to switch back over to Satsu, but they have stepped away for a bit.
I think Satsu was AFK for the moment. I don't remember. Somebody went in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are. Guess they can meet up with Tatsu when he leaves the shop after getting what they've decided was 137 gold worth of bow.
Mhm.
I'll write that down for him.
And that guy he's drooling. Neat.
Just staring at the gold that he was handed and just lost in it. I think this would be a new experience for the, what's his face? The new guy.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird. So
By the way, this is something
I am
that
returned.
really happens with the player characters.
true.
Everything else in the world goes on as normal. Like, as soon as you leave the party, you stop having drooling sickness episodes.
Oh, hey, your new friend's back. Or your friend's back. Hi, I'm the new friend for now. I think me and Diana are eating an omelet and we're exploring.
Yeah.
So Tatsu, you kind of got your 137 gold for the bow, and they pushed you out of the shop when you started drooling. So you
Yeah.
and so Diana and this new mysterious person who's currently carrying the giant platter with the omelet they're eating on it ran into you when you were pushed out.
That's not Lorelei?
Nope. This is a
That's Mia.
completely new and random person.
Oh,
They,
hello.
The same person that the Froge met.
Yeah. Doop.
Mhm.
It's nice to meet you. I'm Katsuya.
Hi, I'm Crusoe. This is Diana. That guy back there's Huan.
Hey. Hello. Wait, you're the frog from earlier. Yep.
Yeah, he's a frog.
Blog.
Yep. I am a frog.
Yep. That's
Yep,
true.
yep, yep, yep.
Can confirm. Yep. So, how? How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing really good. I just got my new armor and I sold something to get some money.
Cool.
Because I was short on funds and I don't know when we're gonna get a job that pays.
Now, who needs money when you can just go and do whatever?
Okay, sorry about that.
Well, I
Hey, Satsu's back.
have payments I have to do for this armor.
Oh,
Which were you going to apply that gold to your payment for your armor?
Yes, I am.
Alright. Well,
Well,
that can be going on
yeah.
in the background.
Yes.
We have spent an hour and a half with the
So now
pleasant
that's
side
my
of the
soda.
Let's head over and see what's going on with Satsu while
Yes.
Miyazeka is, I believe, being restrained.
Nobody's being restrained yet.
Yep.
Yep, we were still in the discussion phase.
Right.
You wanted me to do it, I don't know.
And I will reiterate, she will be unharmed. It'll be painless. If direct all the pain towards me if you have to. Right?
Ah, yes. The tense silence as the members just sitting around the table just kind of look back and forth. So, you want them to have no pain, and you want to get off somewhat scot-free for your inadvertent betrayal.
I never said scot-free. I said direct it all towards me.
You seem like you're used to pain, though, so that's the reason that I'm a little skeptical. You have to understand. It would serve less purpose if someone is immunized to it than make them suffer through something else.
Yes, but she is innocent and doesn't deserve to suffer through any of this.
When did innocence matter in this world?
When you brought me into it.
Kenyon. Hey. They're just like the leader of this little group. Let's see.
And
Kenyon. Yaira. Take Neozeka away.
Satsu's gonna look at Neozeka. Don't worry. We're gonna get through this. It'll be fine. I'll explain everything after. And go the fuck to sleep.
Oh, and you cast Go the Fuck to Sleep on Miyazeka.
Ah, yes, and faster than you can blink, that Finian individual is there to catch them before they fall over.
I'm still holding
And that's
them.
what. Well, yeah, but they're taking them from you. Have you ever? I learned the hard way when somebody goes, "Don't try to be here." I learned it the hard way. I love my family. They haven't caused me pain in any way whatsoever. Anyways, that is so depressing. What is in the background on my music? Oh, okay, Philip Glass. That explains it. Sorry, I was having a moment back there with whatever the fuck that was. Can I just, like, not? Thank you. Alright. I have to do it, by the way, because it's the myth, this member of this little council is oddly handsome. What were the exact verbiage?
I don't
Aggravatingly handsome?
No, that was
Aggressively handsome?
So, like, no, I'm trying to... Because of who they're directly blood descended of, being, Diermui Lidoebni, Finnan being the grandson of Diermui, Diermui's whole thing was he was annoyingly attractive. Like, in the, oyster cycle stuff of the legend, even people that hated him found him attractive, which was the hilarity of it.
Yeah.
And, like,
Man,
the concept of...
what's the fucking word? Symmetrical face.
Like, that concept of that, I love. Just like, being someone's enemy was like, why are you so attracted? Just punching them. Stop!
Like, oh no, he's hot.
Their whole reason is for fighting them is to try and beat the attractive out of them.
And like that one episode of SpongeBob, it doesn't work.
Yeah. Alright. You just hand them over and just be very careful with them. They're very gentle though with music, and they even pick them up softly in a bridal carry. I'm gonna go put them where they belong, somewhere comfortable. God, they are fucking covered in those swirls, the fucking Pictish tattoos. I mean, technically they're from the Damanini, but it doesn't matter. You know what? Body and tattoos, therefore they're Picts, so saith the Romans. Fucking Romans just...
Scary face.
They're not Roman, therefore not important.
Yeah, they're barbarian automatically.
I think this is my new favorite GIF.
Is that how the Satsu wants to look at them? It's just...
She's basically watching to make sure Neozeka is taken care of properly. Until
Don't
she
furrow
is
your
out
brow.
of-
That's their last advice is just, don't furrow your brow so hard, it makes you look less attractive. You don't know where Neozeka's going, but they personally didn't give off any negative inner feeling. You got that sensation that they were just the kind of person that's doing their job, but trying to do it with as minimal as possible.
And I suppose back to the matter at hand.
So, the transference of the blood seal can be done without them here. They're on the facility. It's not very comfortable when all of them actually gets closer, though. At the other end of the table, it was a conversation, but when they come around this shaped sitting table of theirs, and they pass each one of their members visibly tense when they get close, especially when they place a hand on the back of a chair or drag a nail against something. By the time they approach you, you can start to really feel the weight of everything. Even if it was there before, it's a lot more oppressive now. But they don't do anything too intimidating. They don't attempt to do anything really at all, other than place a hand on your shoulder. And they let out a deep, contented sigh. You can hear a slight a tinge of contentment in their voice. Oh, I really don't like having to reiterate myself. So we need to make that as clear as possible for the future. Do you understand me?
Absolutely.
Good. Would you like to remove your shirt, or do you want me to rip it asunder?
Satsu will take it off and set it to the side.
They just needed your bare skin, and you can watch as they drag a thumb across their own palm, and in that one swift flick of their thumb, you watch as a alchemical seal carves its way along their palm and the undersides of their fingers in blood, and they press it against your torso, kind of below the breast, right there above the midriff, where there's a plentiful of space. It's going to be very painful, since you want her to have no take in this. Alright. That's gonna suck. Okay.
Yep.
So-
I don't imagine it'll be fun at all.
Katira is kind enough to come over and provide you with a semi-sweet wrapped corn stalk to chew on, with a piece of oak in the center so you don't, do too much damage. Or rather, you don't bite through it and rip open your own lips. And just in time for you to bite down on this apparatus is when you can feel it. You remember very distinctly the sensation of being ripped apart and put back together when you were thrown into this world, and the heat coming off of their blooded palm is reminiscent of that, just because of the concentration of it. It's nearly 1,000 times, if not more, worse, because it's not spread out through over your body. It's not in a moment of confusion and surprise. It's full awareness of it coming does not make it any better. And it's what you wanted, though, and they certainly do give you that increased pain that would have been much, much more pleasant if you just would have let a little bit of discomfort, which is ultimately their deception there, is they didn't tell you that it would be mildly discomforting to Neozeka, but because you're so willing, they're willing to give this sensation. It's odd, to say the least. It's hot at first, but you realize it's hot because it's breaking your skin, but it's less like it's just a burn, and it's more like their blood itself is alive, or it's carving the same symbol into your own flesh before burrowing inside of you and ejecting, or rather evicting your own blood area and forming the seal on underneath the surface as well as on top of it, and it's completing itself. And while the whole experience only lasts maybe a minute at most, feels like it's been hours since they effectively forced you to have 1,000 pounds of weight pressing searing hot iron down on your gut. And you can feel the radiant heat and pain throughout the entirety of your torso. It's this constant and numbing sensation, and even your...
Alright.
No!
You've described it being painful like 5 times.
But I was about to fucking finish it and you threw me off. I'm muting the DM, guys. How do I do that? Simple. I just drop their volume all the way to 0, and they can sit there and yell at me in the ether. Hold on.
Oh yeah? Well, how about...
Oh god. Channel rights.
Continue.
Aw.
No. They'll be back.
I'll be back.
It kicked me out, dumbass.
I just server muted you. I didn't kick you.
Yeah, well, it kicked me out because I'm not connected through my PC.
Oh.
Yeah, so you fucked with... I'm connected third party, so it fucked with the whole application.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. You know what? You never get a single more descriptor other than one sentence. You always bitch about a not enough. So fine. No more. It hurt. That shit hurted, bro. There's your descriptor.
I was gonna say that Sassy would probably be screaming in the pain and writhing like pretty horrifically. Because
Yeah, and
I know how I am with tattoo needles. It's not fun, and I imagine this is many times worse. So
it's a lot worse. And that's what makes it even more uncomfortable, is even as you writhe with a single hand on the back of your neck, they're able to support your entire weight and let you lash around in the air. And I was going to say that even amongst all that pain, probably the worst part about it is when your mana hits this seal, it's like it disappears. But when they do finish,
I have me.
there's Oh yeah, everyone has mana.
Hmm.
You always have at least one mana.
Yep. And when they do pull their hand away, the seal is completely gone from their palm, and it's nicely transposed on your flesh as a perfectly mirrored image of what it was. And it just stings. But there's not really any blood running, and the wounds are completely healed. It's just a deep crimson ink.
Which at this
You're
point, Satsu
done.
would probably be just curled up, just trying to deal with the pain.
For one day, you will be minus 2 LP.
Damn it! I just got it back.
You just literally just got that back, like, in world, like, a couple of days ago.
Yep.
Let me drop you back down.
No. Now you just have to prove yourself. That'll be fun. I know. You can get some rest tonight, and then tomorrow you can go and bring me the heart of a black beast. Kataina, you can take them where you wish. Or someone. And if you see Finian, bring him back. Have you? How goes the desert bridge? Remarkable. Alright, well, Katira will be, kind enough to take the writhing in pain other cat somewhere comfortable. And their immediate response is, probably searingly painful muscles. I know. A warm bath.
How goes the bridge? Well, let's see. The town guards that got paid off were either excommunicated or executed. The the informant that they had, one of them at least, was discovered and is currently in holdings waiting for a legal trial. And the attempts to lure more underground, or I guess in this case undersand creatures to deteriorate the supports has not been going well, with the giants keeping camps around the what are they called? Struts? Pillars? Support beams? Whatever those are.
Support.
I guess they are just supports, because, like, the bridge is essentially one big fuck-off dock that's just not over an ocean, and so with wild monsters running around, somebody has to stay down there and fend them off, and that's usually the job of giants, and for their service they get to have free food and don't have to pay taxes.
It's good stuff. Honestly, it's a good, fair deal. Ah, yes. That has been a fun experience for Satsu. He can't keep that LP or it means the death of him.
Ironic.
At least he can actually recover it, unlike Shadow.
True.
Like 1/16 of his original soul floating around somewhere.
It's in a Ceres wedding ring.
Yeah.
And then you get Crusoe just points out, like, "I look, a cat," when he sees Finnan walk past O'Neill Zeka. And then, as the exploration continues, "Hey, look, another cat," when he sees Satsu being carried off to be somewhere.
You know, seeing
the rest of the party react.
Tatsuya, he's gonna kind of do a little jog over. Satsu, are you alright?
Do I fucking look alright?
Oh,
Yeah, they look very pale. They're
What
slightly
happened?
anemic because of him.
what happened?
So very bless Tatsu wanting to ask the questions, but Satsu being in the absolute worst state to ask questions.
Like,
But
the part that I didn't mention, by the way, is you would see literal gouges in Satsu's palms from her claws.
they completed their part of the oath. They took their payment and their penance. Or rather, Aldum took his payment from them and put the penance on them, and reconnected the seal proper, bound to their current and hopefully last body. And the reason that they look like this is because he took enough of their blood to make up for it.
Oh,
That always scared me. Aldum has the ability to remove your blood just by touching you. And he can do it so fast, it's just... He's been a great leader, but just that kind of power terrifies me. And now I'm currently taking your cat friend somewhere so that they can get some rest and hopefully heal themselves up. I'm going to leave them in a bath in a room and... I don't know. It's not really a good way to deal with a penance treatment like that. They got off lucky though. Most that double cross Aldum don't really get to keep half of their life.
oh.
The worst ones are those that he decides don't actually need to be alive anymore. Ugh. I never thought I would see another person be turned into a raisin. I mean, they were still bastards and traitors and killers and murderers, but it's just... Some deaths are just not meant to be witnessed.
Oh. Rest up, Satsu. We'll be here for when you get better.
Kind of harsh in my vibe. Just all you hear in the background.
You're harshing my vibe, man.
Yeah, just the fucking random dude that's been hanging out with the party, eating the omelet, listening to his music in one ear. Just harsh in my vibe talking about all the death.
All this death, rape, and murder. Chill out, man.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna.
have a feeling him and Diane are gonna be good friends.
Just, they ask Satsu as they kind of walk at the back of the group, just, you want some painkillers?
Got some Adderall.
They just like got a pocket full of basically Tylenol.
I mean, might help a little bit.
It might. You never know.
Yeah.
Instead of Tylenol, it's just a handful of Percocet.
I mean,
Don't
I could
say
roll.
that.
So I could roll knowing them and their looting. Sure, when they just go do stuff, how they like loot shit. Yeah, they probably have like a pocket full of Dilaudid or some shit.
You know what? If Satsu accepts the painkillers, go ahead.
I don't think she would. Don't think I would, I should say.
I mean, to be fair, I also wouldn't trust a random stranger offering me painkillers.
Okay, you want drugs?
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
You wanna
Painkillers might
get
have
fucked
fentanyl in
up?
them or some shit, I don't know.
Oh yeah,
They might-
that's true also.
They might be just roofies.
It might be Flocka.
Waka flocka flame, y'all.
Hi, baby. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, baby's gone.
They do give off serious stoner vibes.
Yeah.
The stoner that shows up to the rave club with a rainbow necklace that's all drugs.
Yep. You gotta lick it if you want it. It's around your neck. You gotta lick it if you want it.
I licked it, therefore it is mine.
So, you know how some people trip on acid?
I trip on
Well-
crayons.
I actually trip on basic.
Shut up.
But for me, I always joke around with my friends, why would I want to take drugs when I can hallucinate for free?
Facts.
That's called reading.
Fun things
No.
for poor people to do. Hallucinate.
I am on the schizophrenia spectrum. I also can read,
Okay,
so
just
I
making
can do
sure.
both.
Who needs reading when you have a cell phone? And you can just listen to Audible. Not sponsored. Jeff Bezos would ever sponsor me. But if he did, that'd be pretty poggers. I refuse to let poggers die.
And
So
I refuse
stupid.
to use Audible because they literally refuse to acknowledge that books actually exist and you can go read them for free from the library.
The library
Yeah.
doesn't exist. That's just a place that homeless people wash their armpits.
I go to the library a lot, actually.
They have audio recordings
Point in case.
at the library for free.
Hmm Libraries are great.
Libraries are amazing.
Yeah.
Probably the best thing any president has ever instituted.
Personally, I'm more of a Blueberry fan than a Library fan, but that's good enough. Both.
I mean,
Why?
You know,
a wild late breweries in LaGrange.
I went to.
Anyways,
Yeah, I guess we're getting kind
A
Yeah.
little bit.
lots of it. So Satsu gets to go and relax, probably alone, so they can try and not commit murder. Best you can try.
Get dumped into the bathtub that's just a little bit too hot, and then an hour later it's just a little bit too cold. So you gotta go through the cycle of draining all the water out, and now you're
Wait, there's too
alive.
cold? There's too cold for Satsu?
You know, I keep forgetting.
I like how Liara was just smart enough, assuming to get
I'll be
out of the
back.
way of the hand.
of.
Oh, absolutely. She's
Liara's just like, hell no, you're on your.
she's basically trying to provide like cooling relief to the area around.
Ooh, that's a bad idea. She's magical in nature, right?
Like she's not touching it.
So like.
What
yes
is
and
she?
No.
Okay.
So
You know
like,
what? That's
Lyra
I don't care at
has
that point. She's
a physical
yes
body
and no's.
that actually goes through nutrient and waste disposal processes like any other body,
Yep.
but their mind is magic in nature.
I'll allow it.
So yeah.
Not even my call.
So like, if you took Liara into an anti-magic field, they would become inert, essentially. They just become. They just go back to being a wild animal.
Huh. Well, I guess the best way I can describe it is when Liara is near the seal,
Come back.
for the first time, they actually feel numbness.
So about getting Liara to divide soon.
Give me just a second.
There's a whole lot of water in this bathtub.
It is.
Mhm.
It's technically
I mean,
it's
is
mineral
water gonna
rich
give her
water.
experience?
Not really.
Yeah. That's the problem.
I mean, you could just unleash them onto the ocean and they could go drown fish.
True.
Sharks are worth a lot of XP.
What about
she needs about 400 XP.
Whales.
Wow, that's depressing.
What?
I have $1 to my name.
Yo, same. I'm waiting for my paycheck to show up.
I've got negative $4 until tonight when I go get my paycheck.
Yay, living paycheck to paycheck because we're poor and the economy sucks.
Hooray!
Yeah, so I guess that's Satsu's night.
Satu having a bad time.
It's been
Yeah.
a very bad couple days for her, yes.
As soon as everyone got back from the nature fucking what is words brain, please, thank you. As soon as the party got back from the fucking nature patrol that was out there doing experiments on
Give me
fucking
a second,
children
just
of
gotta
all
use the
things,
bathroom.
like things have just been going downhill.
Alright, I transferred $10 from my savings. So. Alright,
I mean,
time is it?
if you want to get
Cool.
really specific about it, things have been going downhill ever since Harambe died.
Since what died?
Harambe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't quite hear. Yes.
So that's been fun, right there, for Satsu. And he's still got a job that he's got to do, and he only get to rest tonight.
Then
Poor
you
girl.
got Amiko, who's having a slight crisis. Like, how am I supposed to protect you from this shit?
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome
Even
back.
in the same room, how am I supposed to keep protecting you if I can't do that?
The mood.
I will say, I'm hoping that Satsu gets a
You-
refresher about the mission in the morning, because right now, like, nothing is sticking in her from what she hears.
Fair. I
Huh.
wonder if Ivy would know that Amako isn't actually protecting Satsu that much.
I mean, yeah, kinda.
Ivy is in a completely different world. I don't know.
But I
The broad really doesn't care about how far away you are. If you make a deal with someone, it'll make sure that you fuckers deal with it one way or another.
Yeah, so that's sort of the thing. Abroad allows you to create contracts that have stuff happen, but you just can't talk to people that are in a branch world. Because there's, well, one, there's a whole lot of crap in the way, and two, there's time dilation going on.
Yep.
Actually,
So they would.
has anyone taken up the bounty on Shadow from not paying for their fucking weapons?
Shadow?
You mean Alana?
You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, Alana,
They're
yeah.
like 12 characters. Alana's, yeah. Has anyone
Yeah.
like tried to track them down in the other world?
Somebody has made it to the other world where they're tracking them down.
Oh no.
Yeah, one of the fucking ex-champions who knows about the branches. I believe they were I want to say, who's their deity? I want to say that their deity was Neptune at the time, but they jumped ship because they got tired of it. So they just took up the interbranch bounty hunting as a position. So, that'll be a fun interaction. Somebody who literally has all Warforged gear getting to fight someone who has, soul weapons, which is their world's version of Warforged. Well, technically, cursed weapons are their worlds of Warforged, but they're so much stronger than both, but not fun to use. They're like, oh, it gives me so many stats, but it makes me want to kill my children when they're sleeping. That's normal. That's intrusive thoughts. Whoops, say May.
Rama?
Moral of the story is, just much like Rozzy, just that random thing that looks shiny or tasty, just don't. Just don't. I poked my cat and she looked at me all offended. Alright. So, Satsu's pretty much incapacitated. Nailzeka was taken by Finnan to, well, they didn't trust leaving them in a room alone, so he just kind of sat them in his room and covered them up, and then left.
Neozeka's going to be out for a while.
Oh, yeah. So now it's just Crusoe and the group, and with the omelet assumedly having been demolished completely,
By now, yes.
he's just super okay with leaving the platter light in the hall against the wall, all casual-like. Alright, so, what do you guys want to do?
Lemon
I don't
just
know.
enjoying their food and suddenly sees Satsu just cringing in just utter pain and then gone.
This doesn't look good.
Katira's gonna stay near Satsu because they're kind of worried about them. They're the whole reason that Alden was being amicable at all, because they really didn't want to see Satsu get herself punished a little too much. But she understands, because if he shows a sign of weakness now after everything that he's done to, keep everybody safe, they got a lot of enemies.
Whenever Satsu comes to, she's gonna inquire about the Fae and if it met its retaliation as well for fucking everything up.
Well, Fae are very, very sneaky. They're very good at hiding, but Fae are very arrogant, and that's how we caught them. It took a while. We lost a few people to the chronomancy that they pulled off. But they forgot one thing, is elementals really hate you messing with them. So they put them in a loop which stalled them long enough for us to find them. And they got their retaliation. Don't worry about it. How we figured out, roughly, where your old body would be, or rather, how to find your old body. It's, not a very good fate whatsoever to have happen to you. They'd, my head canon is this: Crusoe just followed Katira and has been like sitting on the bed with the rest of the gaggle fuck in the room with them while they wait on Satsu to recover. So, he's just quietly watching, thinking like, damn, I got fucked up. So I suppose you're not the only one who got in trouble. I'm sorry, who are they? And they'll gesture to Crusoe and Lemon.
Oh, I'm Diana.
Hello, Diana. Katira. And
Nice
him?
to meet you. Cruz, right?
Crusoe, like
Crusoe.
Robini Crusoe, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he just like awkwardly just, because there's that moment of silence, just looks around and just pats on his knees, just.
The frog.
Crusoe is the frog guy, right?
No, that's Juan. And that's Juan.
Crusoe's the
The guy who looks like he's in his mid-20s and is wearing stuff that is definitely not from around here.
He's the drifter.
That's a good way to describe him, yeah.
I'm Yuan.
That's Juan. It's my friend.
Yeah.
So,
Oh.
well, that is happening over there. So, that. But yes. Sorry. I tried to get him to be more polite with you, but he was very firm. And when he gets like that, I can feel my own seal burning.
Ooh.
Scares me. I personally think it's too rough of him to have you go after a black beast. To get its blood is one thing, but to bring back its heart means you have to kill it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What's a black beast?
They are a problem. So, this world is infested with monsters, as people would call them in most cases, amalgamations of magic and nature that are usually thrown together by the world having a bit of a bitch fit, or for a brief period forgetting the natural order of things. So that's normal. But were there anything in this world that could be considered truly unnaturally monstrous, it would be Black Beast. They're not from the surface, and they're certainly not of the normal order of the world. They're quite dangerous. Monsters exist, but they'll still have the habits of the things that they're made of. But a black beast is like a monster because it has no direction. It just kind of destroys.
It just destroys because that's what it is.
That's all they know how to do. They don't really have anything. They don't know what to do other than just rampage and destroy and consume and corrupt.
Suppose it'd be a good thing for us to kill it.
Well, here's to hoping that it's just a simple one. Because black beasts are kind of like animals and adventurers. There's a bunch of them. They can be very pathetic and weak, low level, easy to deal with. Or they could be greater black beasts, or heaven forbid, like one of the dragon ones.
So, are they actually informed about what a black beast is, or are they just getting the party right now?
They're just bullshitting the party right now.
Okay.
So it's like a
To be fair, Dar, everyone has to.
What's that creature that they snipe? It's like a so he's talking it up like a snipe. Except there are actually snipes.
I mean, yeah, but you guys don't know that. I don't think anybody in the party actually remembers the Greater Serpent from like all the way back in the first session.
I do.
I think I
don't-
remember it.
Yeah, like
the one that
obviously the players
Destroyed
remember.
Italy.
Yeah, the one that lived its way out of Italy. I don't think any of the characters remember though.
No,
Unless-
they I don't think they
Satsu
ever
was
came
there.
across. Ivy might have.
Ivy was there.
don't-
Shadow was there. Xerxes
We
was
talked. Yeah, if you could find Falon, he was there.
there.
His
No,
son.
Falon is Avatar of
Yeah.
the moderator. The moderator was there because the moderator is Xerxes, and Xerxes is I forget your character's name.
Don't worry about it.
Alon.
No.
Huh?
Did someone mention me? I'm sorry, I'm just tired. I didn't sleep too well the last few days.
It's okay.
Alright, yeah.
Oh, we're just listening. Until
Okay.
we meet again. I
Yeah,
do.
just making sure.
But to be fair, it's really hard for a lot of the party to know what a black beast is, because you do this thing where you mention it and then proceed to never elaborate ever.
Because it's not something you guys have run into yet. And I do roll on random encounter charts whether or not you're going to run into something like that. It's just never comes up. Even when you guys had like really strong characters that could actually be a threat to it, so it would actually come after you guys, it just never showed up.
Now, there is one person in the compound right now who has seen them, fought, and killed more than one of them. So if you want to ask them, he was also there. But given what he just did to Satsu, you might not want to talk to him.
You guys actually talked to and supported Samwan. He could have talked to you guys about his encounter with the Black Serpent. But he's not here right now, because the moderator said be gone.
Oh, well, there was that job the moderator wanted them to do. But that'll have to wait until they're out in the wild again.
Yeah, what was that again? It's poking at my brain, but I can't remember. Sure.
Well, he hasn't reminded you yet, but he will at a later point. This is all trash. Let's throw this away. These are telemark. I love how telemarketers can send me physical mail, for Christ's sake. Like, that's a level of scummy I appreciate.
Oh, did you know you can send them a brick and they'll have to pay for postage?
Yep.
Do it.
I've already done that. I've done that to a company that keeps sending me spam in the mail.
Did they stop after you did that?
Well, after I started mailing them rocks, yeah. That thing says I can't.
Like postage stamps on a boulder. Like,
I did. I grabbed a leave it right out the sent it, and that's technically legal because it's a solid object that has nothing that can spill, and it's non-fragile, so they can just throw it in there.
Yep.
But yeah. If you'd like to know more about Black Beast, Katayaru said you can always, you could go talk to Aldum. He knows about them. He's a very old person.
In that case, I
Or,
think Amiko will do that. A lot of
Or you
others be incapacitated at the moment.
we have a lot of new visitors. Maybe one of them knows. Technically, there are 2 people who know what one is. Oh shit, that's right. There are 2 people here that know what one is. One of them's harassing us. Yeah, fuck it. I mean, if you want the meta knowledge of that, it won't really change anything. If you ask around, you'll find out real fast.
Yeah, Amiko is basically going to ask people if they know who could tell their group more about Black Beast
Yeah.
to fight.
Alright, I'll do some rolling for the random NPCs in the compound real quick. How many people know? Let's see. Five people will be able to guide you there. First person, CD 100. They put you on the path, but they didn't really help. Okay. Second person, nah. Okay. There we go. Third person was not a help. Second person's like, yeah, you go talk to that guy, and then he left, so horrible. Fifth and final person, for once, was able to help. And they said, oh yeah, 75% chance of them being right. Like, yeah, go to that Smith, dragon, his brother's there. That guy comes in and out of here, and he's always talking about shit that I've never heard of, but him and Finnan and Priscilla and them talk about it, so he's probably got some info there. I mean, if Finnan's listening to him, it's not bullshit, because Finnan's he's a fucking Irish bard. The only person's, fucking smoke out the ass he sniffs is his own.
Who?
Finnan, it's one of the Bloodsworn.
Mm-hmm.
We call him Finnan, he's just a spinning.
Amako's gonna thank them for their guidance and make her way over to the that she can ask about Black Beast. And whoever wants to come with.
Tetsuya will go.
Oh, are we wandering somewhere? Cool.
Hmm?
This fucking Crusoe was like, oh, sweet, we're just gaggling away. I like doing stuff.
It's one of those questions where it's talk to this person, now talk to this person, talk to this person.
Now go fetch me my rutabaga.
When you literally get... When you get to the Dragon Smith, who you're able to follow by the... Because they informed you of Urs, and very simply, that's they've got rose gold fur. Oh, they kind of wear like bracelets on their horns. They're real polite. They're real nice. You'll like them. And you followed them down the hall, and they went to the mess hall to go sit around in the lounge and eat. And their alabaster and green brother was with them. And, you know, when you stop and actually investigate them to talk, just Crusoe just neat. And he pulls out some sort of slender, rectangular, like, semi-translucent object, and you just hear like a kick, and then he puts it away.
Did
It
he
looks
just
kind-
get out his cell phone and take a picture of them?
Essentially. Like how he has all this shit that's completely useless and doesn't care about it whatsoever. That in the correct hands would probably be like super useful, but in his hands it's just like into the pocket you go. Like giving your grandparents like access to a fucking MacBook, it doesn't get used at all. And they never learn how to use Apple Pay. Alright. So you are able to talk to the big one. The big alabaster one is the one they talked about, is the Smith's brother.
And
Mood, Lemon. That's a mood, by the way, the trauma.
Yeah.
And that very large alabaster dragon is currently sitting there. Seems like they're smoking from a pipe, but whatever they're smoking is literally electrified. Oh shit, a Raiju. How's it going, Raiju?
going. It's not great, but we're still around, so there's positive. Kind of tough keeping ones out of trouble.
Hmm. How
So-
can I help you?
We were tasked with the job of bringing back the heart of a black beast, and I was wondering if you could give us more information on.
I'm sorry,
Yeah, it sounds rather intimidating. I believe the word was penance.
I'm sorry. You want to know about a black beast?
Yes, to kind of know what we're getting into. Don't
All right.
exactly feel in there unprepared.
What are you getting into, little lady? Well, you just go ahead and tell me. Get me slightly distracted by how stacked this Raiju is.
She is.
Kind of caught him off guard. He thought they were supposed to be like these lightning critters, and it's like, oh, she's pretty. So, what have you been told about Black Beast?
Well, pretty much nothing. We've been told that they are just essentially destruction incarnate.
Well, That's half right. I mean, they mess shit up, but like mean to. They just kind of wander around, meandering, kind of destroy shit. And they don't really have. I mean, they're normal creatures, like black. Just probably explaining that wrong. I think they're like a. They kind of look like a void. You know what they're? You'll notice it when you see it. But you want the heart of one? I don't think black beasts actually have a heart. I mean, I've fought one. It wasn't like fun. It was weird. I had never really encountered a mad one. Not since that when I was like a teenager and that snake destroyed most of Italy. It was a pretty weird time for me, actually. Oh yeah. God awful experience. Alright. But somebody wants you to bring back the heart of a black beast, such as basically just a big black animal creature. I mean, it's not hard to find them. You just have to find a populated like area with like nature, and look for wherever it's fucked up the most. Oh, hold on. I have to step away. I just assumed that he started having a conversation with his brother because I just hit message to do something. So be right back.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So Amiko is going to consider this a bit. Well, I suppose I could do a little bit of scouting and see if I can find something that fits the description.
Find something close, like suddenly appears next to it. Boom! Boom! As it leaves.
And it's like, oh, found one! And then the black beast is like, what the fuck was that about? Amiko is not exactly good at being stealthy.
I mean, I think Red Crest is around here somewhere.
What?
I was just saying, I think the closest one would be like the red-crested tit, or maybe if you guys went back over to the Bay area, you could run into the black sheep.
Hmm.
The black-scaled swag is over in the desert. Yeah, they're around.
I suppose she could attempt to pull some favors, asking the divinities. Maybe even using some of those pats as payment. Give some to Anubis or something.
Yeah, I was about to say, come on, Anubis, I've got 3 million pats. It'd be yours. Get out of doing prayer per work for a day. I love the concept of prayer per work because if a god tries to come down to the mortal realm, is like, stop worshipping me, it's too much work. Suddenly workload increases 3 times because there was an actual miracle on the planet. It's like, oh, god damn it, this is the opposite of what I wanted.
This is specifically the opposite of what I requested.
Can you not pray for just like a day so I can get caught up? No.
Just comes down. All right, that's it. Today
I
is
pray for my
officially
God to be
a
able to get caught
holiday.
up.
Yeah. Today is officially a holiday. There shall be no prayers to me today. Alright? It's a full 24 hours. Starting now. I'm just glad nobody worships the gator.
So, would Amiko be able to find any signs of one of these nearby, or is it just like really far away and she has to go up and ask the god?
Oh, that depends on how you're going about it. What are you doing?
Well, she has basically a shapeshift where she can turn into ball lightning and fly around.
Okay.
She could do that. Suppose she could like. I suppose you could just go up to the heavens and ask. She
I
wouldn't-
return.
Welcome back.
Hey.
Are you going up to the heavens and asking, who you bothering today?
Anubis. No.
No, I don't bother Anubis. He's actually nice.
Yeah, leave him alone. He's too busy fucking pounding Bastet into the ground.
Mm.
And that other version of himself. Because he got bored and was like, what would I look like with tits?
Snap. Oh. I'm hot.
Oh, fuck me. And then just sat in the background just like, you are not my kid. I am!
Well, I'm not sure who she should ask. There are lots of gods around. But
Yeah.
she wouldn't just like do her thing where she just goes up right in the middle of town. She would get herself a good
Oh, good. We're not deafening people today.
distance.
Yeah.
Unlike that other village.
Yeah.
She was just like, okay, there's too much going on here, and just right in the middle of town, boom! Everybody being like, oh shit.
Isn't there Japanese gods of knowledge?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll just remember Set because furry.
I mean, Set's a god of the desert. But yeah, pretty much all the Egyptian gods are furries.
Well, all of them except
But-
the one that's just Ghost Blanket.
But you'd want to be talking to, Koebiko.
Well, if he wasn't busy, then he would start there.
Oh, he's so busy. Do you have any idea how many math questions he gets asked today?
All of the math questions.
I just over there, just Izanagi. I thought you made them smart. They asked question.
Izanagi, what the fuck?
Why do they do so much math?
Literally just, hey, I'm a little busy right now. One hand on top of Izanami's head as she violently tries to cut him to death with sickles. Just go like that. The old one arm, the arm's length trick. How you keep midgets away.
The Oni god chilling out on the front lawn of the Asian apartment complex. Yeah,
Yep.
officially a god, but what are they gonna do?
Edma just vibing there. That's who he is. Just yeah. I mean, I have more followers than humans now, but no biggie. He got like a big ass pile of onigiri on the lawn. So all he's doing is eating rice balls and waiting.
Ah!
Huh?
Loud.
What was that? Call.
What's your
Give me a
ringtone?
second.
It's a secret.
Looks like Oklahoma is getting a bunch of tornadoes.
Oh no.
Oh no. What?
But finding Kowabuki, they don't go far. Mostly because when they told you, yeah, that's them over there, everybody just kept pointing to what looks like a person. They look like a person, but they look like they're made out of straw, or like they're almost like a stuffed figurine.
Literally a straw man argument.
But then you see them actually move and stuff, and do things like, oh, that isn't just a scarecrow.
So Amiko, you kind of know how Amiko. When somebody's like, "Oh, that's him right over there," she's like, "Oh, okay."
Amiko walks up. They don't even say anything. They just kind of reach down and tuck a message into her collar and just pat. Go on now. They weren't even thinking. It's just like, oh, Raiju, convenient. Well, it's because the Japanese, specifically the Japanese part of the Asian apartments is just constant Raiju running back and forth with messages. That's how they text each other up here, basically.
So she's going to blink and kind of take the message. Yeah. So, quick question before I go.
Yeah?
Where can you find a black beast that is close to this particular region? She's going to indicate the place that she had come from.
I guess. The middle of fucking nowhere near the Forbidden Forest. Though when you ask about Black Beast, they partially choke on the sushi that they had just horked down. And they immediately, you just yelling, just fucking, Inari! What are you telling them? Trickster Fox! Inari literally always trying to stir the shit because Kitsune.
Yeah. But aren't Raiju dogs? So they're like, wouldn't it be Okami?
Well, I
They
think
would want to yell at.
yeah,
No, they're yelling at Inari, even though the Raiju are ruled by Raijin, and they're doggos, so technically Okami would have a say in it. It still doesn't change the fact that Inari likes to spread information they're not supposed to, occasionally to make things exciting.
Oh, okay, so it's the classic. Inari, no. What? Oh, sorry,
Inari's
don't
getting
tell
up into this.
I'm sorry, Force, I have
Yeah, pretty
And just,
it.
it's not me this time. Operative words!
much.
Who told you about Black Beast, little one?
Well, my companions and I are given a quest to bring back the heart of one.
I'm sorry, what?
yeah, it's a penance for.
Who the hell wants a control rod? And just pops his head and just, what's the control rod? Just the ibis with the glasses, like the nerdy reading glasses on his face. Is what?
I love that you gave him glasses.
Sloth flew his ass all the way over here across the bridge to hear that.
Yep. I'm sorry, what?
I can imagine him just like running up.
Even fucking Odin just pops up from a couch. What was that? Why are you two here?
And so Amiko is going to begin explaining the entire situation.
Oh, do they bring up Oldham?
Oh, do they? Did Amiko bring up Aldum?
Knowing Amiko, probably.
Yeah.
Golly.
Well, she's going to be pretty thorough in her explanation.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they don't like
Fucking just immediately just fuck! He's not dead! And then
All the
out
black
of
face parts.
got several Raijin appearing to take furious scribblings to the moon god.
yeah. yep.
And suddenly Amiko has 47 messages to deliver.
The other Raijin just comes up and takes the message that they were supposed to deliver.
Like,
Yeah, all the Raiju are just kind of running up. It's like, here's one for you, one for you.
emergency! Emergency! We need all paws on deck!
That actually has literally created a. You have literally created a scenario.
Oh man, which scenario is this again?
Fuck.
5?
Yeah. Because
Yeah, it's D5. The gods are mad.
yeah, you just literally see all about 10,000 Raiju running with the words "to Nikwe" on their neck. To ask them a question. Was it quite? Yeah.
They just want to talk.
They just want to talk to. Ask them where the fuck their dog. Ask them where the fuck Mitzli is. And to try and figure out who the fuck is where the fuck. Because these are really old gods that they're bringing into the mix now. Alright, so, Amiko, do me a favor.
And what's that?
Don't ever associate with that person ever again.
May be difficult, but understood.
Why may be difficult, Amiko?
Because I am with being a person that is working for them.
Working how?
They may deal with. I'm not entirely sure of the specifics.
I thought it's alright. They made a deal with them. It's not like they made a contract or anything. We'll be fine.
It might be a contract.
And just immediately look at the rage. Just why?
Getting really
Ooh.
complicated. Getting really hard to do.
Alright.
Kind of rubbing her head.
Okay.
Who amongst the gods is really good at the whole witness protection program thing? Because we gotta move this cat off the planet.
Okay. We'll just find them and remove them. I know. It's their mess. It's the Mayans' mess. We can just have Xbalanque and his brother move them away. They're too busy hunting serpents. Fuck!
Pretty sure they can track too. Because of the particular contract seal.
Fuck! I'm
Yes.
sorry, what?
Yes, because the contract
Seal?
is between branches, but it'll give them time
Yes,
to
yes.
figure out a plan.
There's some sort of blood seal. We just went through-
Amiko, you don't get to finish that sentence. When you say blood seal, that's when thought just... Our hands just around muzzle. How do we explain? Who wants to tell him? He's gonna be mad. He is the prime deity of the religion, so I mean... Okay. We only have to tell each Spokely once, and then we can run away. Fine. Then he can tell his family, and then they can deal with that. How is he
Couldn't the
still
gods
alive?
just kill him and fix everything?
If he was still, you know, under their control, yeah. But he's essentially a problem. As Amiko will have explained, Aldum used to be a champion. Which, for context, they say, you remember that Mons guy? He was a failed attempt by humans to make one of the champions. So he was a champion who, when the moon disappeared, stopped being a champion, but never relinquished his mantle. So he's still as strong as a champion, he's just not in service to them. So he can do all the things that champions can do, like jump across the world at will and wield forgotten magics with 0 consequences without having anybody that can tell him he can't, and only being able to be stopped by someone who knows how to stop a champion.
Yeah, and
So they
you can't just call other champions in because there's still a war in heaven going on.
They're currently busy with that whole thing.
You know, the thing that's keeping Cthulhu in Cthulhu space.
Yeah.
Additionally, there were other moon god and goddess champions that got pulled back to the world. They're around, they're just not actively being a problem. This guy was in love with his goddess, so he is being a problem. And now that his goddess is back, and is responding to his text messages...
His solution is, I'll just go there. Really, it was our fault. Yeah, we trusted a young fertility goddess not to do that to a mortal. But did she have to be of blood, too? Well, blood is of the womb. But why? I don't know, because the creators, the supreme ones, decided... You know, it'd be really funny? I'm listening. If we made horny and blood magic the same thing. Buddha? I like it. You heard him. I knew you'd like that comparison.
I mean, yeah, that it causes blood to move around for sure.
You're welcome. That'll be $19.99.
That'll be 9 payments of $19.99.
Every month for 9 months. Oh yeah.
So yeah, I think that's everything with the situation. Is that all the secrets revealed?
That's not all the secrets, but that's a good bit of them.
Yeah. I'll have to go back into our chat and see what all we discussed on, like, the plot line.
Amiko, once again, just rubbing head.
Okay. So, the main thing is, to our knowledge, they haven't gotten their hands on any royal blood to commit their plans yet. So we're good.
None that I know of.
Think really hard, Amiko. Just in case. Anybody of any grand standing or nobility.
Would Amiko know of Satsu's position as part of the game?
I
Kinda
think they
doubt
would,
it.
Yeah. Was Amako around for the wedding with all the orcs and stuff?
She wasn't. Well, I think she was around for basically Satsu coming back from the wedding stuff.
Right. And Satsu definitely mentioned the reason why they were going to the wedding.
Yes.
Hmm.
And that's how Alden was met in the first place.
Yeah. Since, Satsu made such a nice convenience that he could walk.
Fuck. Why? Just literally, this is
he
now
came
the
hunting
session.
me after that. Like, he didn't come through the portal. He made his own way.
Yeah, okay, so I actually remember this because you asked about it in the moment. You created a portal back to the room that you were using to your whole disguise change, and
Mhm.
they followed you by following the thread that connected the 2 points in space. He didn't have to make it to the portal, he just had to wipe what you left behind.
Ah, okay. I know he didn't
Yeah.
go through, like, the portal that I made, technically.
Yeah.
Another reason that there's such a problem. The gods don't really like when one of their own servants betray. Well, it's a mutual betrayment, if we're being honest.
From Aldum's perspective, yes.
Like, he understands fully the gods have more important things. But the way he sees it is he became a paladin at the age of 16 and served as a champion for over 100, well, almost 100 years before the moon went. And then when the moon comes back, and he's been loyal the entire time, silence. So he naturally did what pretty much a lot of champions would do, and he went the reviler route.
And I can't wait till he meets the new champion.
I'm just, So, fun fact, he actually found another champion. Finnan used to be a champion of the Morrigan, but he felt betrayed by her when he was promised a glorious death, and she refused to give it to him because she liked winning against other champions. So that's technically two troubles right there. But Finnan doesn't really have any end goals like all of them. He's just there.
Yeah, he's just a regular filer.
Who may or may not have a plot to kick 3 crones in the titty.
Are you keeping up with all this, Lemon?
I'm not
Yeah, sorry,
sure.
I'm just tired.
Understand.
Alright. The number one thing that Amako needs to remember, don't mention any of this.
Okay.
Don't worry, Lemon, you're not there. Character-wise, you don't have to worry.
Okay.
Good job. Because if Amako brings something like this up, they are gonna want to know said, which could really throw a wrench in things. And now it's pretty much just in the back of the balls, back in the court of the gods to try and move somebody along that can at least stop him or have a conversation with him that doesn't result in them losing all of their fucking blood and therefore their divine power.
And it's not like they could just send Paladin there, because when they're not
Too
strong
risky.
enough, it's too risky, yeah.
Like, even if they send someone that they know could probably beat him, with Aldum, there's the fear is because he had a blood god as his patron, he knows blood magic, which blood magic lets you steal divinity out of the blood. So, even if he dies, any divinity he steals will go to people who has a seal and are in his service. So even if he dies, it'll create stronger followers. There's a reason blood magic is a forbidden magic. The gods fucking hate it. They created it, they just hate it.
Not necessarily forbidden, it's just heavily discouraged.
Yeah, I mean, Dumbledore made it once when he's like, "Hey guys, check this shit out I'm doing over here in Heishi." And then they're just like, "Really? Yeah!" All you need is a chicken and a dream.
To be fair, it's not entirely outlawed either. There's still, like, religious practices that you can blood in small amounts, really weak stuff, like, you know, what are they?
Cures and
Cures and fetishes, and no,
Yeah.
not that kind of fetish.
the other kind of fetish.
There's like these dolls in Haiti that you could give a drop of blood to. They'll protect your house.
Yeah.
There's
And that's basically what. But again, the issue with people that have a problem with society and have a handle on it, knowing it.
Is it alright if I head off? I gotta get my meds.
Yeah, I'm about to head off
It's
too.
9 o'clock. This
Okay.
mission's over. We're just
I'm
Bye,
actively.
guys.
Bye.
Bye
I'm
bye.
I've actually been getting myself dressed for like 35 minutes now. I've been getting all my shit. Ate some dinner. Oh,
But yeah, we're
I
just
hate.
never caught up with political situation.
I mean, it's basically the world's politics, but it's, politics that actually matter.
And here's Satsu just in pain, oblivious to this whole scenario.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Amiko would basically explain how I've, who happens to also be Kamali, tasked her with protecting Satsu and the party, or at least attempting to.
All right.
Especially when Kamali
And then Ivy, I'm sure, is going to get some attention from that.
Well, as they were just gonna describe, is like, I mean, if you want to talk to a branch god, you just go over the bridge there and down that dirt road, and that little development to the side.
There's like all of these dirt roads that spiderweb out from the central hub that is the apartment complex, and each one is a branch one.
Yeah. And there's like the spattering of big houses down the dirt roads that are those world's creator gods.
I imagine that Amiko just kind of has an innate ability to know where she's kind of a necessary thing.
Kind of necessary to do their job, yeah.
Yeah.
So she'd be able to go, oh yeah, it's this one, and go right down that path.
Kind of like how birds always know where their nest is.
Kind of. That's just like a sense of direction. And she knows exactly where the destination she needs to get to.
GPS ping.
Instead of global positioning system, it's a god positioning system.
Which, fun fact, because this is a Quebecy, that's actually his job, is updating all of the info to Raijin so he can send it out to his Raiju. AKA Raiden Sama. Which Raijin hates when he calls him that.
I bet they would hate Raijin. Raiden.
They would definitely hate that. When you got Fujin over there who's totally okay with being called like Futin or Fujin-kun and shit like that. He's like, yeah, I am.
How's it going, Futon?
Pretty good. I do love that they just have fucking. They literally just have Enma sitting on the front lawn. By the way, he's just vibing there. He's
just
and
chilling.
he's not like he's haggard either. You know, he's multi-armed. He's got fucking ornate clothes and shit on. He looks very fancy, and he's just there, fucking reading a book, eating his snacks. The only person that comes and hangs out with him is Buddha.
I thought
Yeah, but Buddha, like, is super cool and understanding of the cycle of life and death, so he wouldn't be afraid to talk to, basically the Japanese god of the underworld.
Wait, wasn't there a story about Buddha and Vishnu? Or am I remembering that wrong?
You're thinking correctly, because Enma is originally from Buddhism, but it was adopted by Chinese and Japanese mythology.
Okay.
Yeah, they went to the underworld and they met the Dharmapala, wrathful god, which was one of the defenders of justice and like a guardian of law and stuff, and they were one of the guards of hell that served directly under Enma, aka Yanma, also known as the King of Hell, which is just kind of Banff.
I think Amiko just has the personality where she would be like friendly enough to visit him.
I mean, to be fair, I think the real reason they dislike him is because he's got, like, in terms of, like, names and titles, he's got, like, one of the biggest lists. I mean, he's Yama, he's King Yanlo or Yanlo Wang, he's King Yan, Yanwang, grandfather of the King Yan, Lord Yan, Yanlo, son of heaven, King of Hell, Enma, Lord of the Underworld, purveyor of the Oni, father of Oni. He's got a shitload of names. Presider of Naraka. Of the Narakas. So yeah, mostly why they don't like him. Bigger list of names. And that he's got a lot of followers.
Any official document, he just has a stamp ready that's got like 4 lines of text.
Yep. And it's the fact that all these other gods of Asia are only kind of worshipped in like Japan or Vietnam or Korea. And then you've got Enma, which is like China, Korea, Japan, and Taiwan, Vietnam, Thailand, everywhere. They all know and worship him. Yeah, that's why they don't like him.
Just had a really funny thought. The Amiko has to deliver a message to Ivy, so she starts walking down one of those paths. And Ivy goes to another world, just damn it. They have to go back, walk down a different path, and then Ivy travels again. Damn it.
Alright, we're gonna have to speed this up.
They get my exercise, that's for sure.
Finally catches up to Ivy. I have taken 48 million steps today.
And we're just vibing in Patala half the time.
Want to do that right now, or do you want to save that for next session?
I'll be here for at least another 10 minutes if you guys need anything.
Figure
Yeah.
we're at a pretty good stopping point right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So next session, we'll have Amiko meeting up with Ivy. The gods are obviously freaking out a little bit, probably just being dramatic because it's the most exciting thing that's happened in 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, they actually they actually have to flex their influence now and find an actual solution. They can't just, natural disaster him away because they didn't even know where his compound was, and even now that they know, find it because it's almost like he knows how to keep them from spying on him, as if he was told to do that all his life.
Right?
Learning favor? Yeah, hon.
Oh, yeah, I keep awake.
Dare. Essentially, you basically told him you came from the middle of the ocean, sir.
Should we drain the ocean? Nah.
God would get mad. Which, you know which one.
Just put it all back under the ground where it started. It's fine.
And the funniest part is Amiko can't even tell Satsu about all this.
Right?
Yep.
Well, Amiko can. They have yet to extend the demands to Ivy yet.
Shadow? Kitty?
Oh.
You don't need on top of my fucking phone. You keep it up with the claw shit when you don't want moves, and I'm gonna get you declawed.
No.
know if you've got any games on your.
I do, and they're mine to play. They're my games. She said,
Meow.
yeah, I don't know about that. um, kitty. But yeah. So that's fun for you. Now the real question is, are you going to try and stop him? Or are you just going to let it happen?
Really seemed like things were starting to finally de-escalate after everything came together all at once last session, and then this
And then
happened.
suddenly everything.
Amako just being a sweet, honest little pupper. Absolutely ruining her.
Raijin looking into Amako's bank statement, like, wow, they have a lot of pets. Yeah, this is why we don't let them stay down there for too long.
And just confirming, because it was never officially mentioned, but Neozeka no longer has a blood seal, correct?
Yes,
Yep, it was removed.
they're
safe and comfy.
they are no longer a part of the equation. They are just emotional input to your character and can be held for ransom.
They'll be fine. Autumn's gonna use his blood magic to remove this memory from their mind when they leave, so they don't have to ever think about any of this
This
again.
traumatic experience.
Hey, quit scratching your damn fleas off of my floor. Fucking
Meow.
do it again. I will throw this remote at you. Do it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Fucking looking at me like you won't, and then I raise the remote, and then they conveniently biting their foot. This fucking cat, I swear to God. Alright. I think I got that. Phone. Here. Wallet. Earbuds. Keys. Flashlight and knife are in there. Pills are in there.
Jar of beans.
Got my charger cord, my other charger cord that is also my VR cord, because I need to get an adapter that I can plug my. I have a Type C to C charger now, and it's so much better than the other ones. But the one downside is if I want to do VR, like a hardwire, I can't hardwire with this to my computer because it doesn't have a C input.
Yeah.
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 You gotta use I don't think anybody actually calls it Type B, but the Type B.
Yeah. It's kind of fucking. Just 3 more days of the work week, and I'll have 2 days off. And I might take another Tuesday off. Like, my boss so bad, I think, wants to try and fire me, but he knows. He's gotten the notes from my doctor that I brought in. He knows I'm a doctor. So, like, I can tell they really want to be assholes and fire me for taking these days off. But if they do, while I'm currently dealing with medical issues, that is their entire ass for free in a small claim court case. And they know for a fact that I will lawyer the fuck up because I have mentioned it.
I mean, not just small claims for that, but like the initial violation.
Like, that would just be that would just basically possibly be a discrimination case because my health is currently on the decline, so they'd be discriminating against me as an employee, despite me still showing up and working. Well, like, this session, this took all my energy. I'll be asleep on the way to work and asleep at work, probably, less like last night. Like, it takes all my energy to wake up and do shit. And that's not good. Like, doing nothing is just fucking... And it's mind-boggling. I can't, like, get out of bed half the time or get off the floor. I can barely get off the fucking floor because it's just exhausting. And I think I have done the math on what's wrong, though. So that's good. And I'm going to tell the GI specialist, even if I might be wrong, I'm going to give 2 cents of what seems like the most logical course of action as to why I feel like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's never a bad idea to say, hey, this is what I think is wrong, and I just need your input.
No. Hopefully, I'll be better in a couple weeks. Or, well, who am I kidding? It's gonna take more than a couple weeks because these damn doctors schedule things 1 week at a time. Like a bunch of assholes. Doesn't help that my insurance is the lowest bidder, and the only medicine that they've bought for me was a $13 or like a $12 bottle of vitamin D.
So,
Thank God for them covering that. The $200 medication, oh no, that's too expensive.
So yeah, let's see. You could, if they do anything, you could get them on discrimination, small claim, violations. There's one more that I was thinking about that I fucking disappeared.
Judge Judy?
Fun fact about that: the shit like Judge Judy, network shows like that, you can just sue somebody for literally whatever on those network shows, and it doesn't really have to actually be anything. It can even be fake. They will still pay. The show itself pays. So there's a comedian I follow who actually used to do this when he was younger. Him and his friends, when they needed money, would just submit a claim, and if it got accepted, they would go and show up for court over the lawsuit, and then one of them would lose and one of them would win, and split the money after the show. Fucking dumb. Like, yeah, the studio pays like the couple $1,000. Stay out of that! Couple $1,000. Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. But anyways, I have to go now. Have fun as always. I'm going to go take an unhealthy amount of Tylenol and go to work.
Okay, friend. Don't die.
Thinking 8 pills today.
Thanks for the craziness.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
I helped.
I tried to guide Lemon, by the way. I
Hopefully
tried to
she
guide
sticks
Lemon.
around. Thank
I hope
you.
she does. Yeah. They seem very high, and I can vibe with that.
Get you
Those-
guys here.
I was like, yeah, I'll sit in the background. Just keep her interacted.
I mean, they seem to be enjoying it, and they're actually
Paying
here
attention.
in presence of mind.
Hmm?
They aren't quite as bad as Dirk first started. He just wasn't paying attention.
Who?
I don't think he's playing right now, but Raven.
Oh, yeah, Bobby.
Yeah, I don't know his actual.
That's his actual name.
All right, Nick.
Good old Bobber. Yep. Everyone knows my name's Nick. You all have said my actual name multiple times.
Shadow?
Oh, jeez.
I actually don't know Ivy's name. I don't think it's ever come up.
No, it hasn't.
What? My name?
Yeah.
Well, you've seen it on Dropbox, but I don't think it's actually come up in the session.
No, it's literally just Ivy on Dropbox.
That's weird. Because I thought it would say my real name. Alright, well, that's fine.
No resolution given.
Continues to not-